Hello there.
General Kenobi! You are a bold one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You've seen the intro and you know who it is. A bold one back here with another exciting video for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. As you guys know, we're kind of late on this road ahead, and it's awesome that it's finally here because there's a lot of interesting and cool things. So yeah, it's just going to be a short video. I apologize that it's late. I might sound tired. I just finished working on a paper for school. Sad story. I actually had worked on it this morning, and then that took about 3 hours. Got about 4 out of the 7 pages done. And then somehow on my Chromebook, I lost it. It said like the file was deleted or moved or something. So for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, I've been working on it. And I just finished, thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and make a video. It's a Friday night, right before I go to bed. So it's a little bit about my life. All right, so let's get into this. So the Grand Arena. So this is actually really interesting. So I'll kind of read some of it. Currently, you can be the best player in your server and dominate the arena, as you know, obviously. Or you can be part of the best guild and defeat other guilds in territory wars, and that's obvious. However, we can look forward to what we'd like to be this game to be in the future. A big part of our vision to answer the questions like who is the greatest player in all of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and who is the greatest player in all of the galaxy. So kind of skipping on down, here's a little bit what we can expect. At the beginning of the Grand Arena event, you'll be matched with 7 other players from across the game who have galactic power scores similar to your own. In the first round, you'll be matched up against the random player from your group to essentially fight a mini territory war. You'll then set up defenses to defend your own territories, as well as attack your own opponent's territories in an attempt to overcome their defenses. You'll earn banners in successfully attacking and defeating an opponent's territory, as well as defending your own. At the end of the battle, whoever has earned most banners will be the winner. Each round, you'll be matched with other players who have the same win-loss record as you, and you'll never fight the same opponent twice. You'll earn a special rewards after each offensive battle you complete, and at the end of each of the 3 rounds, a final set of rewards at the end of the event based on your standing in the 8-player group. This is, and there's some other, okay, yeah, so this is really exciting. I think this is really cool because, you know, in our arena shards, we're kind of stuck with who's there. People fade, you know, they'll go down eventually if they stop playing. Not if they have a really good team. My pastor actually played, and he said he quit for like 6 months, and then he reloaded it one day when he saw me playing, and he was like ranked 200, and he hasn't even touched it in 6 months. But I know the team now is not meta anymore. It was like a Wigs lead with, I think, COS and Shore Trooper, and then there was, I think, one more. But yeah, it's not meta anymore, so obviously he's gone down. But anyway, I don't know where I was getting off with that. But anyways, this is really cool because I think this is, so I know a lot of people will be like, well, why is it worth gearing up all of my heroes that I don't use? So, you know, why would it be a waste of time to gear up my droid teams or my Ewoks or Jawas or something else? And I think this is a really cool way to not incentivize, but to kind of push players to make more teams, because, you know, we kind of do that for territory wars, but there's not a lot of reward. Like, the rewards between 1 and 2nd aren't really that different. But I think if they can incentivize the players to like really try, I think this could turn out to be really good. And it's exciting that this is people from not just your shard, but people from other shards, and everybody's at the same galactic power. So it's kind of like a really equal, nitty-gritty kind of ordeal. And I'm curious to see how this is going to unfold. This will be really fun. It's just another aspect for us to get into, because I know some people just like arena, some just like territory wars and battles, some just like the raids, and this is just one more thing for us to kind of get into. So really looking forward to see what this is all about. All right, so player-controlled payout time zone changes. So the single most common quality of life request we've heard in recent months is allow player-controlled payout time zone changes. Like the server sharding system, it was a feature that worked for a time, but we ran because you all live all over the world, lead complicated lives, and you're forced. 6 p.m. time zone you're originally logged in on has been a great inconvenience for many of you. To help us with this, we've introduced the ability to change payouts up to 2 times a year. The timer starts when you change your time zone. The ability otherwise unbounded. So watch out, all of you Alaska and Greenland. There'll probably be hordes of people coming for your time zone. So, what I think this will help, if I'm right, because I don't quite understand it. What I think it get off of here. God, that's annoying. Sorry. What I think it means, so like usually what you'll see is that in some of your shards, probably some of you communicate with some of the higher shard people, like on Discord or something. I don't. What that probably means is that instead of having to like shift around, like, I'll take one for, this time zone, so be on a watch out in your time zone. I think it'll compensate instead of having to like have everybody switch around. It'll kind of just go for one of the other, so everybody gets their payout at the same time. So we're not juggling around these spots. I think that's what it means. I'm not entirely for sure, but I think that's what it is. All right, now getting into the big news right here with the Kotor companions. So, with the release of the Jedi Knight Revan, we brought one of the most requested characters in Star Wars. The excitement in the community has been palpable for weeks, and watching them, many of you join forces to solve reveal Cypher was a truly special moment in the game to watch. We're excited to continue the celebration of the 15th anniversary of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic with additional companions in the coming weeks. Keep an eye out for an upcoming announcement about which Old Republic characters are coming to the holotable next. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. I've seen, I don't know, I saw Cubs post something about this, or I saw the thumbnail, and it looked like he had Darth Malgus on there. I don't think we're going to see him. Now, so like right here, it says Knights of the Republic with additional companions, but then it says Old Republic era characters. So I'm leaning more towards this is about just Knights of the Old Republic and not like Darth Malgus and all those other guys that are in the Old Republic. This is Knights of the Republic, which is specific to the games. So if you'll be sure to, after you watch this, go to my first episode because it's all about Knights of the Republic in Galaxy of Heroes and about the future of it. And I talk about all the characters that we have and the ones that we can probably expect from both Knights of the Republic 1 and 2. But just for short, if we're seeing some good guys, because it doesn't really indicate one or the other. If it's good guys, we'll probably see Atten, or excuse me, no, that's not the Republic 2. We'll see Canderous and Karth. So those are and Juhani. Those are the 3 light side characters that we could probably see. And then go into dark side, you have Malik, Admiral Saul Kareth, and then some other ones. You'll just have to go back and check. I can't remember some of that's off the top of my head. But if they're going to do Knights of the Republic 2 characters, which is probably not what's going to happen, but we have some of them already. I mean, you could see a variety of characters. You could see, Atten, Bayodur. We have Vices. You can see Mitra Surik. You can see April. You can see, I think it's Hanhar. I think that's his name. He's the evil Wookiee. Anyways, too many characters for me to name. You'll just have to be sure to check out my video. If they did some other Old Republic characters, I'd like to see Darth Bane, and I would love to see Darth Malgus. I just don't think that's the direction they're going to take it. So be sure check out my first video over Knights of the Republic in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Next is the original trilogy. To round out the year, we're going to continue our exploration of the original trilogy universe. While we've dipped into this era previously, there are still so many iconic characters and ships that we want to bring in this game this time period. You can definitely count on some teases and puzzles that crumb into the coming months. Stay tuned. So what this probably means is that we probably won't see anybody until either at the end of December or beginning of January. Just kind of the ending of the saying that. So what I think this means is definitely we're going to see C3PO. I think in like 2 videos ago, I kind of showed this like this thing that was circulating around Reddit, and it wasn't really confirmed or not. It was just something that was kind of thrown out there. But I'm thinking we're going to see C3PO, definitely the original Millennium Falcon. And to be honest, those are really some of the only 2 characters I'm thinking we're going to see. I can't think of. I'm not like when it comes to the lore of the original trilogy. I'm not like, besides the movies, I don't know a lot about it because it's my least interesting. Obviously, Jedi Luke too. We're gonna see him. I think that's just been kind of out there being teased for almost an entire year. Yeah. On that, if you guys have any ideas who you think else could be here, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think, because I'm curious to see who you guys think is going to be in there. There's a whole bunch of characters I'm not familiar with because I don't really care for the old trilogy, but yeah. So just let me know who you think is going to be in there, and then last, it's kind of their 3rd anniversary kind of comment, and so, and last, but certainly not least, a special note from CG Carey. 3 years ago, we started on an amazing journey that, thanks to you, continues to this day. We are so incredibly grateful to all of you for your continuing to be members of the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. We've always thought of you guys like a massive multiplayer online community and want to honor the investment you've continued to make in our game and team. We have some gifts and events planned for everybody to celebrate with us. We will share more details closer to the start of the event. I look forward to the next 3 years as the stories we have to tell continue to unfold, but more importantly, please know that the things that you all do in this game continue to astound and impress us. We hope you've enjoyed this peek into the future of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and wish you the best of luck on the holotables. So that was a nice message from them. To be honest, I've never thought I would be so in depth to a mobile game. I know it can kind of drives my wife crazy, and I probably shouldn't be on my phone as much because I got plenty of times I could be on it and do this, and and be not interrupt our time. But I just love the game. I've invested a lot of time, especially in a lot of not as much money as I thought I would. I thought I was close to the thousands, but I'm not quite there. I'm a dolphin considering this, but I was telling somebody, when I first played this game when it came out 3 years ago in November, and that was it was crazy. It was it's a really fun game because I'm a fan of strategy, and I was just kind of reminiscing the other day and talking to somebody. I remember when I left, because I quit for a time. I don't remember how long I quit for. I didn't know that there were free to play guides and there was a correct way to farm characters. I just thought that you saved your shards or your crystals up for chromium cards, and then you just kind of had to get lucky to get really good characters. But I quit at a time when I quit at that very time, the meta was Captain Phasma lead, Count Dooku, Luminara, Fives, and usually somebody else like Stormtrooper Han. I had Mace Windu just because he was a character that I worked on for some reason. I didn't know how bad he sucked compared to everybody else, but it's just crazy. Or I think Darth Sidious actually was another one, and Vader. I think I kind of interchanged them, but for a while, when I was first starting, there was a Luminara lead where everybody was just evading the crap out of each other. You had Darth Sidious lead. He staggered and exposed everybody, and sometimes you had the Dooku leads where everybody was just counterattacking like crazy, especially when Dooku himself. And I remember I was thinking that with Captain Phasma, it was crazy because her attack basically allowed, if she attacked there was, or somebody attacked on the team, there was a percentage chance that somebody else would also attack with them. So it was like with Count, if you had Count Dooku, you could theoretically be, after somebody attacked, you could have an extra 2 attacks on the same target. So you could almost attack 3 times in one turn just from one character. And so it was like a crazy time. But now just looking at the meta, it's insane how far they've came. And I'm so excited to see the future of this game. I'm glad that I get to be a part of it. You know, I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's just, I've loved Star Wars, and to see the progress, especially now that they're kind of dipping into the Old Republic, which is my favorite era. I'm just so excited to see all the characters. I'm getting Revan probably next time around because my farming is now going. You know, quitting for so long, I had to catch up on CLS and Jedi Training Gray, and I'm not quite done with the vets. I just have Chewbacca. He's the last one, and then I'm done. But so sorry, I didn't mean to drag this on, guys. I was only gonna make it short, but I kind of got caught up in some of these comments and these things. So let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for the road ahead? What do you think about this new game mode? What do you think about the new characters coming? Just let me know. And if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. So I appreciate everything, all this love and support, guys. And I'll keep you posted. Thanks.